Hi, this is Charlie Brande speaking and doing this podcast for Sunset Rewind. We're doing a podcast on the high school coaches from the Sunset League and specifically Newport Harbor and Corona Del Mar. Today, we're very fortunate to have newly named interim head coach at Newport Harbor, Matt Johnson. Matt, it's great to have you here.
Good to be here.
You were an assistant for the last 2 years for Andrew Mabry at Newport, and Andrew left to take a college job at Kansas State like a week ago.
Yep.
And you got the job. You do know the players well, and I know you've done stats and charted and called the blocking signals and done a lot of things for them before. What's your initial excitement that you're doing with this program right now?
I think the most initial thing is all the guys are just grinding. There hasn't been much, if any, drop-off in the practice gym, and everybody's been staying competitive and staying together and just really, really committing to all the work we've been putting in the past years, and they're excited to keep going with it.
Okay, and how do you think this team looks at this time in the season? It's early.
Yeah, definitely early. There's always stuff to get better at. Serve and pass, of course. I think we're going to be.
Seems like everybody we talk to says serve and pass. If you know volleyball at all, that's the key. So.
Yeah, definitely. Just constantly getting better. The tournament this weekend was a good indicator of gave us a lot of stuff to work on and gave us some good ideas of what to run in the gym and what we can hone in on, especially as we're coming into a pretty tough week.
Yep. Tell me, who are your assistant coaches?
So Eric Vallely's stepping in, which is a great addition.
He's been with the program.
Yes.
Actually played there, a number of years ago. And
Yep.
Was the head coach and is now working at Vanguard.
Correct.
Yeah. And helping you guys. That's a great.
Yeah. So today was his first day back. He was out of town last week for his daughter was the conference champ for diving, which is pretty exciting.
She's a star.
We also have got Aaron Harrell. He played on UCI's 2018.
Yeah, that's another good hire.
Yeah. So he's been good. He's been really, really meshing with the guys and been bonding with them pretty well and been a big positive force in practice. It's been cool.
If I recall, he was a Servite player also, right? Or not?
I don't know.
Okay, I think he played at Servite. But what do you think your present strengths are?
Definitely in the middle, right? We got two really good middles that have been starting for us in their past couple matches. Berry and Jack DeMaio, been hitting really high efficiency, moving great pin to pin, they're ready to continue making a big impact.
Yeah, Jack Berry's a starter. This is his third year in the middle. He's also an outstanding basketball player who I believe wants to go play basketball in college, or I know he does. He's told me that. I like DeMaio's energy.
Yes.
He really has a lot of energy, positive energy, and he's a good help out there. What do you think, what are the facets of the game that you guys need to be better at?
Serve and pass, right? Like
you said that already.
Well, yeah, I can repeat it. It's always an important thing.
That's true.
I think we got to be able to pass well so that we can run our guys in the middle. We're gonna be strong as long as we can pass the ball.
And your highest percentage hitters are your middle hitters.
Absolutely.
And so it only makes sense to get them the ball as often as you can.
Yep.
And for that to happen, you have to pass.
Yep, got to pass the ball.
Key. Were there any really early season surprises? Someone came in a little bit better than you thought they were, or they came in and they were good and you didn't realize that?
Not really. Everybody, 'cause I've been exposed to most of these guys for a number of years through Balboa, and I've kind of seen them playing around, or I've seen them coming up in the program, and had a pretty good idea of who everybody is as we've been going. And I think some of the stood out this weekend was Max Rodgers passed really well through the whole weekend, and it's good through, like, our numbers are good. Got our stats, and the numbers are looking pretty solid, and we've been competitive.
It's great to see Max improve like that.
Absolutely.
He's worked hard at it for a long time. You know, Max Rodgers' grandfather was my basketball coach at UC Irvine.
Wow.
Denny Rogers, famous guy. So, well, that's awesome to hear. You've also, in your playing and coaching career, you've had some great coaches. You went to Servite, played for Matt Marrujo, who I really respect. He went to Orange Coast College. Travis Turner is top of the line. Then went to Long Beach State, played for Alan Knipe. Then you spent the last 2 years with Andrew Mabry on a very, very close basis. Tell me some things that you'll take from each of those coaches or all of those coaches.
So with Matt Marrujo, a big thing for him is like he's a fantastic organizer. He runs a really, really tight ship of communication and practice plans, and does a really good job of scouting opponents, and just really is a big preparation kind of guy. And I think that was a really good basis for me in both my playing career and my coaching career of being able to
probably in life too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, of being able to sit down and do the work to be as best prepared as I can be. And I think that's been a huge like basis and foundation for me through all my experiences that have been really, really positive for me. At OCC, just a great experience of like moving into being an independent adult and getting that first experience of what life is like outside of like high school, and being like running things for myself and running my own life, and Travis does a fantastic job of both in the gym and out of the gym of holding people accountable, and basically keeping track of them and creating good relationships. And a big thing that he likes to talk about is he's building men, and he also coaches volleyball. He's talked with him
First
about
man
that. Yeah,
and volleyball. Yes, that's great. How about Alan Knipe?
Alan is fantastic. The team culture over there that he's been building for all of his years of service at Long Beach is, I think, unparalleled. Between the just various team building exercises, and every year we got each grade level has to read a book and present it to the rest of the team, and that stuff really builds a core of like what your values are as a coach, and what you're looking for in your players, and that helps a lot to just provide that baseline of everything that you want and everything that you expect. And with that kind of baseline, you can obviously have some fantastic success like they've had in the past few years.
Well, they're number one in the nation right now, and they are, having seen them already, they're legit. They're really good. Really good. And then how about your last couple of years with Andrew Mabry? I know you coached club with him also. What did you bring from him? I've always liked the fact that he's first a teacher, second a coach.
Yeah, I think that's a really big piece of it. He does a really good job of creating connections with all the players, and being able to use that connection to kind of have a bigger impact in what we're coaching and what we're teaching on the court. I think that's a huge part that I can definitely get better at, of creating those connections and building that bond to continue their growth, both on the court and off the court.
You know, coming from the assistant role where you don't really say a lot, but you had a good role in the blocking, but now you're in charge. So now there's the time when you can sit back and just be quiet. You got to be on top of all of that stuff. Has that transition been easy for you, or are you still working at it?
Easy in some aspects and tough in the others. I think my natural coaching state is to be up and moving and like managing and trying to get guys going, and being a little bit of an emotional leader, but primarily a tactical leader. I really enjoy like game planning and trying to figure out different ways to score and win, and I think that's the aspect of like being on the court and coaching and running the court stuff has been going well. Organizational, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't head coached a high school program before, and there's just a lot more going into it than head coaching like a club team.
And there's also, and I hate to break this to you, but there's a little pressure because you're at Newport Harbor.
There's a little bit of pressure.
There's a lot of tradition there for a lot of years.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, you've seen some Battle of the Bay matches as the assistant, and been in the packed gym and experienced those great rivalries. Tell me something about your feelings about the excitement of the Battle of the Bay.
Well, I love a good rivalry. I love a good grudge match, and the Battle of the Bay is always that. They're like, fans are yelling at each other. They're yelling, screaming, supporting all the people on the court, and like coaches are just going after it, and everybody's trying to get every single thing out of it that they can, and that's just an electric atmosphere to be in. And in both gyms, the gym's always packed. Every single one that I've either witnessed or coached in has so many fans, and they're all just so excited to be there and to watch this heavy hitter of a match every single time. It's a fantastic experience.
When I was lucky enough to be involved with those, I used to tell the players before the match, I say, you may never play in front of a crowd like this again.
Absolutely.
In your life, because it's such an experience you remember forever and ever and ever.
It's a huge privilege to be able to step in and kind of have that opportunity and be under the spotlight a little bit.
Right. Do you have any other things that you'd like to talk about this season, or any support things that we can do to help, or anything that is on your mind?
Not necessarily. I just want to thank the Newport Harbor administration. They've been really fantastic in supporting me through this transition, and they've done a great job of allowing me to ask as many questions as I need, and they always get back to me with plenty of help and options and all that stuff. I'd like to thank all my support staff that I've got, mm-hmm. all the assistant coaches and the lower level coaches, and they've all been very helpful and working with me on scheduling and all the other gym stuff. They've all reached out and been a huge help.
That's awesome. Well needed, because there's a lot of stuff behind.
Absolutely.
Friday night, you have a huge matchup
mm-hmm.
with Mira Costa at Newport.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing the public address. It'll be fun. Mira Costa is very good. A couple transfers. They've got some talent at Mira Costa. It'll be fun.
Totally. We got the video, creating the game plan.
There you go.
I think we'll be all right. It'll be competitive.
Yeah.
Excited for a game of that caliber to be our home opener.
I always think it's good to play those really good teams really early.
Absolutely.
And then because you'll come back and see them again
mm-hmm.
if you guys are both as good as you want to be.
Absolutely. And we're going up to Servite on Wednesday too. I think that's going to be a good battle. Excited to. It'll be weird.
Going home.
Yeah, it'll be weird to be in a different color stuff at the place that I played in.
I think your blue of Newport's a lot better than the black of Servite. So, just my feeling. So, well, Matt Johnson. Now, do they call you? Everyone calls you Matt Johnson except at Newport Harbor. They call you MJ there.
MJ is kind of my volleyball name.
For volleyball.
Get a lot of MJ at Balboa through. I was MJ at Long Beach. It's just kind of. I think Coach Matt Marrujo was the first one to call me MJ, and it kind of just stuck around.
He didn't want two Matts on the court.
That's possible. It might have been Rory Prager too.
Oh yeah,
USC coach.
Yeah, I just saw Rory last week. Well, I want to say thank you for taking the time. I know you've got a busy schedule. We're going to do a lot more of these podcasts with you. We're going to evaluate. Huddle's going to do the games,
mm-hmm.
and then you and I'll take a look at it and see some things that you want to point out. And I think it's really going to be interesting as we go through this.
Sure.
So, thank you to Sunset Rewind for having us on, and hope to see you Friday night at Mira Costa and Newport Harbor.
Fantastic.